You've heard express entry is the fastest way to get permanent residence, but no one seemed to explain how it actually works from start to finish. You're stuck trying to piece it together from blogs and updated videos, hoping you don't miss something important. I'm Evelyn Ackah, a Canadian immigration lawyer with over 2 decades of experience guiding applicants through the express entry process step by step with no guesswork. In this video, I'll walk you through the full express entry process from 2025 eligibility to ITA, invitation to apply, so you know exactly what to expect and how to prepare. So you can avoid delays, boost your chances of getting selected, and move forward confidently with your plan to live and work in Canada. Who can use express entry in 2025? Let's start with the basics. Who can actually use express entry for Canadian immigration in 2025? Express entry is mainly for skilled workers, people who have experience in certain jobs that are in demand in Canada. If you're a college graduate, a skilled tradesperson, or someone with significant work experience and good language skills, express entry is designed for you. The main programs under Express Entry are the Federal Skilled Worker Program, the Canadian Experience Class, and the Federal Skilled Trades Program. Before you consider Express Entry, you need to meet some key requirements in 2025. These haven't changed much from previous years, but there are some tweaks. For example, you need at least 1 year of full-time continuous paid work experience in a skilled job within the last 10 years. Your job needs to fit under the National Occupation Code, Tier 0, 1, 2, or 3 levels, and you must show strong language skills, usually through an approved test like IELTS for language, English language, or TEF for French. If you're a recent graduate from a Canadian school, you might also qualify under the Canadian Experience Class as long as you have at least a year of skilled work experience in Canada. So before going any further, ask yourself, do I fit into one of these categories? If yes, express entry might be the right route for you. Step 1. Gathering your documents. The first real step is collecting the paperwork needed. There's a lot of paperwork needed. This is where a lot of people get stuck. So let's break it down simply. You will need the following: a language test, results for IELTS or CELPIP for English, or TEF for French. These are mandatory. Book your test as soon as possible because results can take weeks, sometimes even longer. The educational credential assessment. If you studied outside of Canada, you will need to get your diplomas or degrees or certificates assessed by a recognized organization like WES or ICAS. This shows the Canadian government how your education compares to what's offered in Canada. You must have a passport or travel document and make sure it is valid for at least a year or more. If it's close to expiring, please renew it before you start your process. A job offer. If you have one, not everyone needs this, but if you have one, be sure to have the official offer letter available so you can upload it. Work experience documents. Reference letters from current and past employers are required. Pay stubs, tax slips, anything to back up your work experience will be required as well. It can be overwhelming, so I always tell my clients, start early. Imagine you're gathering these for a big move because that's exactly what you're doing. Step 2. Creating your express entry profile. With your documents in hand, it's time to create your express entry profile online. This is a free process, and you'll do it on the official Government of Canada website. This is where you give personal details about your age, your education, your work experience, your language experience, and more for your initial profile creation. Make sure everything is accurate. If you put it in the wrong information, even by accident, your application could be refused, or worse, you could be banned from applying again. I've seen this happen. A client once swapped 2 numbers in their passport by mistake. They had to withdraw and start over, which cost them months of time waiting, thinking they'd done everything right. Once your profile is submitted, you will get a comprehensive ranking system score, or CRS score. This score is the heart of express entry. It's based on the age, education, work experience, language skills, and other factors like a spouse's credentials or job offer. CRS score examples for you. Let's say you turn 29 years old, unmarried, you have a bachelor's degree, 3 years of skilled work experience, and strong English test results. Your CRS score might be around 470 points. But maybe you're 37 instead, or your language test wasn't as strong now, your score might be closer to 420. The higher your CRS score, Generally, the better your chances of being selected. However, don't worry. If it's not perfect yet, there are ways to boost it, which I'll get to. Step 3. Entering the Express Entry pool. Once your profile is complete and you have your CRS score, you're officially in the Express Entry pool. Think of this as a giant waiting room filled with other skilled workers worldwide, all hoping to be chosen for permanent residence. Every few weeks, the Canadian government holds what's called a draw. They invite the highest scoring candidates in the pool to apply for permanent residence. In 2025, the minimum scores for these draws may fluctuate due to changes in the labor market, but generally they hover between 480, 500, even up to 520. However, there are special draws for certain occupations or French speakers, which sometimes have lower thresholds. It's absolutely normal to wait several months, 6 months, a year even, without an invitation. Some of my clients have waited over a year, others just a few weeks. Patience is key. While you're in the pool, you can update your profile if anything changes. For example, if you finish another degree, improve your language test results, get more work experience, or even married a spouse with strong credentials, you must update your profile immediately to boost your score. Step 4. Getting an invitation to apply. This is the moment you've been waiting for. You get an ITA. Now the clock starts ticking. You have 60 days to submit your full application for permanent residence. This is where you need to be laser focused. You'll submit a much larger set of documents than, before the initial. These include police certificates from every country you've lived in for more than 6 months since you were 18, a medical exam results from an approved panel physician, detailed proof of your work experience, which includes reference letters on company letterhead, proof of salary, contracts, proof of funds, unless you have a valid job offer or applying under Canadian Experience class. Extra forms, if you're bringing a spouse or children with you, they also need to be completed. I've seen the smallest mistakes cause major delays at this stage. For example, one client forgot to upload a police certificate from a country they'd lived in for a full semester, which was 6 months or more. The application stalled for months while they sorted it out. Double check every document. If you're not sure, ask a lawyer. This is not the time for guesswork. You want to do it right. Step 5. Application processing and decision. After submitting your application, IRCC, the Canadian Immigration Department, will review everything. In 2025, most complete Express Entry applications are processed within 6 to 12 months, but sometimes it can take longer if they need more information or extra background security checks. During this time, you might be asked for more documents or to clarify something in your application. You must respond as quickly and completely as possible. If your circumstances change, a new job, a new family member, a change of address, you must let IRCC know right away. After a few months, you will get a decision. If approved, you'll receive a confirmation of permanent residence to set up your portal, and you'll get permanent residence and a visa stamp in your passport. This is your golden ticket to Canada. Common pitfalls and how to avoid them. Now, let me share a few stories so you can learn from other people's mistakes. First, never lie or exaggerate your application. Canada takes misrepresentation and fraud very seriously. One applicant I know tried to stretch the work experience date to get more points, thinking no one would check. IRCC called the employer, discovered the lie, and the person was banned from applying for permanent residence and anything in Canada for 5 years. That is a devastating outcome. Another common issue is missing deadlines. If you miss the 60-day window to submit after getting your ITA, the invitation is gone and you're back to square one. Set reminders, stay organized, and consider using a checklist or working with a legal professional. Finally, make sure your proof of funds is clear. The government wants to see that you can support yourself when you arrive, especially under the Federal Skilled Worker Program. The minimum amount is updated every year, and in 2025, for a single person, it's about $15,000 Canadian. More is required with each family member that's coming with you in the application for PR. The money must be in your name and available for withdrawal. A client once used funds in a joint account with unclear ownership at IRCC refused their application. You must use a personal account, get bank letters, and confirm the funds are yours and have been held for several months or more, and that they are accessible. How to improve your CRS score? If your CRS score is lower than you'd like, don't panic. Here are a few practical ways to raise your score. Retake your language test. Sometimes just a few more points can make a big difference in your eligibility. Complete an extra degree or diploma or certificate that may be able to give you some more points. Gain some more work experience before you apply. Secure a valid job offer, because certain jobs can add more points or they're considered highly in demand. Get provincial nomination. Many provinces have their own streams aligned with Express Entry, and you can get a nomination that would add 600 points instantly to your Express Entry profile. I've worked with clients who went from being stuck in the pool for months to getting invitation a few weeks later after retaking the language test or getting a provincial nomination. It's worth the effort. Landing in Canada, your first steps. If your application's approved, congratulations! You'll need to land in Canada before your visa expires, and when you arrive, you'll show your paperwork to an officer at the airport, you get your confirmation of permanent residence signed, and you officially become a Canadian permanent resident if you're coming from outside. If you're in Canada, you'll get your COPR and you'll get your PR card. Now let's start. The real adventure starts. Where to live, getting health care, applying for social insurance number, getting kids in school, and going through finding a place to live and all the other things related. And starting to establish credit, getting bank accounts. There's so many things to think about when you move to Canada. We're here to help you with that process. But there's more to Canadian immigration than just Express Entry. If you want to bring your family or work in Canada before becoming a permanent resident, you'll want to watch the next video. Canada Work Visa Explained, step by step for 2025. I'll walk you through every detail, help you avoid common mistakes, and make sure you're set up for success. Don't miss it. Protect your rights and your future in Canada. See you over there.